Today I'm going to show you how to do a stopped trench joint or a stopped housing joint. This is shown on the right of the diagram here. It is similar to a true joint except there's a stop at the end. In this you just have to saw at an angle and apply pressure like shown the arrows as shown. As you can see, I've marked out my waist, and what I want to do now is clamp my workpiece to the bench so I have appropriate work holding. When I get my dovetail saw, all I have to do when sawing is I saw at an angle and I have to watch two lines. The line at the top, so the face side and face edge line. As I'm sawing, I'm watching my two lines. I'm making sure not to go too far. So always saw on the waist side of the line. So do this to both sides, and when you've reached the bottom of both lines, you are ready now to start to chisel. So as you're chiseling, you find an appropriate chisel size first. Make sure you also have appropriate work holding. And what you want to do now is break the fibers on the timber. So hammer down with a mallet. Hammer down vertically, don't hammer at an angle. And do this so until you're happy, until you can start chiseling. So as you're chiseling, chisel up at a diagonal and start to chip away maybe 2 mil or 1 mil at a time. And chisel as far as the line. As you have only sawn up at an angle, you have to be aware that the fibers are not broken deeper down. So you have to chisel down each time. So just using your body weight, break the fibers of the timber on both sides, on the three sides of the joints. You can also use a mallet if you need to go down a bit further, and then eventually chip away as you come down to more of a horizontal position with your chisel. So keep on removing all the waste, making sure that you have a clear view of your joint, and again repeat the process of breaking the fibers until you get down to a very horizontal position. You can then start to clean your shoulders to get close to the line, always holding your chisel square so that you do not undercut the joint and that your piece will fit in with no gaps shown. You can also start to pare away at the bottom. Bring your chisel in at an angle along the grain so that you have more control, and you clean off the base, removing any bumps or grooves that may have appeared during the process. So when you have your joint clean, you can start to remove your work holding, and what you are left with is a nice stopped trench joint that is flat and that will hold or house a male piece in order to give you a strong, tight joint that is good for woodworking.